February 19th, 2026. Welcome back. It's been a few days again. I'm not that interesting, so I can't record something every day, but see what happens. These past 3 days have been good. Tuesday, Wednesday, half of today. Um, Everything's been pretty good. Just been doing work and school. Haven't really, bettered myself, I guess. I'm finally starting to get the undergrad research. Professor emailed me back, so I'll actually be doing something good with my life now. I'm just kidding. All the stuff I do in my life is good, but that gives me something to look forward to. Finally, I mean, like the only things I really look forward to in life anymore is just friends and drugs, I guess. So, just kidding. Mostly friends. But anyway, so that kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Trying to think if anything really happened. I took like a few grams of protein off my foot the other day playing basketball. So that kind of sucks. I don't know how much you're gonna see, but I've been kind of limping around work. I've always got something wrong with me, I swear. It's my shoulders are hurting, I'm sick, or I'm injured somewhere always. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm still working on it, still working and twerking on it, but just just a I don't know, just an obstacle at the moment. Can't play basketball tonight. I'm like kind of free, and I really want to play basketball, but probably shouldn't. Um, but today, what I kind of want to talk about is, again, not just willpower itself, but I really need to put my mind into this thing where it's like I can get whatever I want done if I put my mind to it. Kind of like winning is the only option in life. It should be the only option. There should be no failure option. I can't fail in life. I need to succeed. I'm so much better than that. And what I've been kind of like collecting over the past few days is I hate saying this, but I really care what people think of me. I never want to mess up in front of everyone. And I'm sure I speak for a lot of people. But like it's I don't know, I guess it gets to a point where I call myself out. Like the other day, I was having a conversation with a coworker and she was like, why are there four quarters in women's basketball and only two halves in men's basketball? And I kind of made a joke saying like, well, if I had to put my money on it, because women might need a little bit more breaks. And I'm sure that's probably true. But, I'm not like friends with this person. I've never seen them outside of work, but, I still care what they think about me. And she was like, you are so sexist, fuck off, or something like that. And it genuinely got me down on myself for like a minute or two where I was like, wow, I'm really the worst person ever. I'm actually the worst. Like I forget every good thing about my life that I do every single day. I just screwed it all up. Another instance where I had over the past few days was, yesterday in one of my classes, we needed to present, just what this rock is. And it literally was like 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, but I was freaking out the entire time for some reason because I thought I was going to say my words wrong or not say the right thing or forget something. And it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't matter what people think of me. The only thing that cares, or the only thing that I should care about, who thinks of me, are probably my parents and God. I keep forgetting that I live my own life and I'm just a small fragment of everyone's life. I forget I'm the most important person. And like another thing where I was at my geology kind of like student council like meeting thing, and we were presenting over whatever. And my buddy Andrew was like, we should present what we presented over, just for fun. Like what we presented over for our one of our classes last semester. And it's like 20 slides. And I was like, man, I do not want to do this. And I didn't know if it was like I just didn't want to do it, or I was just too scared because because I was like, well, I don't remember much. Like I don't remember what my slides are. And I'm like, I forget that I'm not getting graded. Not everything in my life, well, everything in my life is a test, but not everything, I guess. I don't know. Maybe my anxiety, I hate saying this, but maybe my anxiety has been through the roof or something for no reason. Um, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and find ways. I need to keep reminding myself that everything is fake. Everything. If I put this perspective in my mind that everything is fake, it won't affect me until it affects me. But then I'll be able to deal with my own consequences at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm only 20 and I still have most likely 40 to 50 years of my life left. So like today I worked and so I feel good about myself and I did my homework. So I feel good about myself. What I don't feel good about myself is, I'm going to be alone tonight. I can't handle being alone maybe sometimes. And I'll just go and do drugs or something. I say drugs. I don't do drugs. Not really, but like I'm just so bored. But like how can I better myself? Like I could paint tonight. I could play my violin and I probably will. But in the back of my mind, I could be like, oh, I could take 100 milligrams of edible and, see where tonight takes me, you know? So I guess that's my life at the moment is I'm so scared of failure and I'm trying to fix it, but I have no clue how. But I'm still, goaded in life. It's just the only bad thing about my life is me. Mm. Maybe I should no, I can't even say that on YouTube. But I don't know, the thought of me sliding away to Montana or something and just living by myself minimalist is really nice sometimes because I could live a minimalist life. Or I could kill myself.